So here's Trey. He is planting the south pasture. He cut this a couple days ago with the brush hog. So now he is planting. That is our conservation cedar. Do an up close a little bit later. But he is just going through. The conservation cedar has some spikes on the front, and then that seed box, and then a cultipacker in the back. Works similar to a no-till. So you can kind of see there on the bottom. Where's my finger? Let's see when he comes by, I'll show you what the cedar looks like. Kind of the different parts. You can see this doesn't need to be disked or anything. Don't need to tear up the soil. All this is just been brush hogged. So Trey's gonna lift it up. We'll take a little bit of a closer look. So in the front here, you have these spikes. I'll just poke some holes into the ground.
Softens the ground a little bit. Softens the ground without destroying the root system and tearing it up more than you would with a disc. And then you have your large seed cups with your gear there to drop the seed down. Drops down, it hits that little wire, splits the seed a little bit, hits the pan, and then it drops between the two rollers. The front roller rolls slower than the back roller. And then on the back side, I'll drop this down real quick. Watch me. On the back you have your small seed box with your small seed box setup, kind of the same thing, but it's not going to drop it between them two spike rollers. It's going to drop it down in front of this little harrow, and then the cultipacker will come over top of it.
Can you open up the seed box?
Yep. Small seed box. It's got a little chart to set your, I guess your setting, but for us it doesn't really work because we run all mixes basically, so you're just kind of shooting in the dark. That big box, we'll open that real quick so you can get a look inside there. Has an agitator. There's the seed chart over there. It also comes with a third option for another seed box up above, but we didn't go with that just because, one, this was the last one we could find, and two, you know, these two seed boxes will do everything we want. The biggest thing for us, like I said, we're running mixes, so I had to open the bag up and look and kind of look at where everything, see how big the seeds were and if it was going to be a big seed box or a little seed box. The last one we planted over in the main pasture, we had to use the large seed box because it had cowpeas and a couple other bigger seeds in it. But if you look down here, you know, these, I like this machine a lot because everything's real easy to get these off. I've had one clog up, it must have got a little water in there. And everything's easy to put back and get going again. The other really good thing is, so this versus a no-till, like the no-till drills you see everywhere else with the discs, for us this is going to work a lot better because, I mean, you look around you got a lot of woods, and where Corinne's got the Kubota, I just did in there, and it's got, you know, some 2-inch trees that we bush hogged down that didn't get chopped up that well, but it still rolls over top of everything and it doesn't stop, as to where with them disc blades you might snap a disc blade pretty easy hitting a stump or something, as where this will just roll over top of it. So for us in the woods, this is probably going to be a lot better option. And then the seed mix we're running, I didn't realize it, it's not like we planned it this way, but this one's going to be a really good mix for this pasture that we're planting now, because we're pretty much starting from scratch. It had a lot of grasses in here that weren't super high in nutrients, so this has got that Chile Verde Bermuda and some Lepidza, and there was another grass in there. Let me see if I got the note. Hang on. was it the other one I was happy to see in there? Yeah, Lapidza and the South River, or Southeast, yeah, no, Red River crabgrass. That's the one that I was looking for. But no, I think this is going to be a good mix for this. We got some wet area we're not going to be able to get through, but we're going to go like heck till everybody shows up for Easter. So,
What mix is it?
this is the Southeast Warm Diversity Mix from AgriSeed out of Rome, Georgia. So we got all of our seed from them this year. We're pretty happy. You know, we're only about a month in since the main pasture got planted, so we're not seeing everything that's coming up, but you can see a lot of it already starting to come up real good. So yeah.
So Trey's back out on the tractor, so I'm just going to show you here. You can see where he's already planted. And this, we didn't turn this up, this was a dirt pile here, but you can kind of see the tracks of where the seeds went in and where the cultipacker pushed it down. And then you can see everything that this went through to get in here. I'll come up here just a little bit and you can kind of see the stumps. And this was just, I mean, here's some right here, you know, some tree stumps. He just went through this with the brush hog, and there are some small trees you can see up there, some more stumps. So this just rolls right over it, which is good for our application because we don't have nice clean pastures for everything. We have some of these rough terrain. So he's back out there, and we'll see him come across here in a minute, I think. That's it. So we're just going to try to get this field planted today, and we're working on some fencing, and then we're going to celebrate Easter.